the video, make sure you guys click the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell for daily uploads. Welcome back to Chelsea News TV, and today we're going to first look at Chelsea chief Marina Granovskaya facing huge transfer decision as key player nears exits, and then we're going to look at Chelsea, AC Milan and Borussia Dortmund could miss out on Italy winger as Leicester open talks. So the first transfer headline states that Chelsea chief Marina Granovskaya facing huge transfer decision as key player nears exit. So the reports are stating that Chelsea have a number of contract issues to resolve which could be causing tension behind the scenes. A player of Antonio Rudiger's caliber clearly does not want to be tied down to a new deal and then immediately consigned to the bench. That could be the case if Koundé arrives, with the ESPN reporting that the Blues will make another attempt to sign him in January if Sevilla lower their valuation to just over £40 million. Whether they would be repetitive to such an offer is another question, representing a huge discount from the £68 million release clause they demanded 2 weeks ago. Sevilla are a tough club to deal with when it comes to Jules Koundé, as demonstrated by Manchester City's failed pursuit of the defender in 2020, but Chelsea seem determined to get their man. From Antonio Rudiger's perspective, therefore, holding off on signing a new deal would give him the freedom to leave at will if Koundé is eventually lured in. The 28-year-old clearly feels as though he will be directly on the chopping block at the expense of Jules Koundé, and he might be right considering the experience of Cesar Azpilicueta and excellent performances of Andreas Christensen in the centre of a back three. Such reluctance to sign a new deal indicates that there is not enough room at Stamford Bridge for the pair of them. Despite completing the signing of Saul Niguez on deadline day, Chelsea's long-standing interest in midfield targets like Declan Rice could throw Antonio Rudiger a lifeline. So it looks like Chelsea chief Marina Granovskaya facing huge transfer decision as key player nears exits. So when it comes to Antonio Rudiger is a player that's in the prime of his career right now. He's playing the best he can ever play right now with a blue Chelsea shirt. And when it comes to Tuchel, he's been trying to get the best out of Antonio Rudiger, trying to make him a huge impact, trying to get him the best he could out of a player of Rudiger's caliber, and make him one that will stand out amongst the crowd, and that is something that he has been doing for the Blues and also for Chelsea as a whole and Germany as well, given the fact of his consistent performances, something that he wasn't able to deliver under Frank Lampard. So I want you guys to leave in the comments below, do you guys want Antonio Rudiger to stay, or do you want Antonio Rudiger to leave on a free transfer? Because it looks like Rudiger is very smart in terms of the fact that he does have the option to leave, and he knows that if he wants to remain at the club, then Chelsea will have to give a good sort of wage fee and also a good sort of convincement that he will be remaining as a key part of Thomas Tuchel's plans, and that is something that will be very interesting to look at. But in terms of Rudiger, and in terms of Chelsea overall, when it comes to losing out Rudiger, they still have other young alternatives such as the likes of Trevor Chalobah, players such as the likes of Christensen. It looks like that he's going to be playing a pivotal role in that main centre-back role, and Cesar Azpilicueta can easily fill in at right centre-back alongside the likes of Reece James. So this slightly takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Chelsea, AC Milan and Dortmund could miss out on Italy winger as Leicester open talks. So the reports are stating that the Foxes appear to be edging in front of their rivals to secure a coveted attacker. Chelsea and a host of other European admirers could be set to miss out on Italy winger Domenico Berardi, as Leicester appear to be making headway ahead of a January deal. Berardi was an important part of Italy's Euro 2020 triumph, prompting many clubs to test the waters regarding a potential exit from Sassuolo. Often keeping the electric Federico Chiesa out of the side, Berardi notched 2 assists in 6 games on the road to Euro's glory. His exploits at the tournament were merely an extension of his fantastic club form, where he managed 25 goal involvements across 30 games for Sassuolo last season. According to the Daily Mail, Leicester attempted to pounce on his good form by launching a £35 million bid during the summer transfer window. The approach was reportedly turned away as the Italian side felt as though they would not have enough time to properly replace him. As Sassuolo and now have weeks to process his probable departure, however, a deal in January could be much more workable. The report also states that the Foxes have held in-depth talks which will come as a blow to other interested parties. Chelsea were supposedly keen on the player, although splashing the cash on the likes of Jules Koundé or Declan Rice seem more likely adventures for Marina Granovskaya. AC Milan and Borussia Dortmund were thought to be admirers, although neither are crying out for new wide men based on their respective starts to the season. When it comes to Leicester, Harvey Barnes has made the left flank his own, but a spot on the right is still up for grabs. That is precisely where Berardi could come in, a 27-year-old winger who has spent years cultivating a goal-scoring touch. Last campaign he registered a career best of 17 Serie A goals, the same as Inter Milan striker Lautaro Martinez. Berardi has effectively spent his whole career playing for Sassuolo, despite a 2-year period contracted to Juventus where he spent the entirety loaned back to the Nero Verdi. He has notched over 100 senior goals from the wing in that time, as well as 5 for the Italian national team. Having accepted the player's desire to leave in search of a new deal, Sassuolo are reportedly happy to do business in a deal worth £30 million. So it looks like Chelsea, AC Milan and Dortmund could miss out on Italy winger as Leicester open talks. And when it comes to Chelsea, they do look like they're in the hunt for a winger, given the fact they were linked with the likes of Leroy Sané. And in terms of an alternative to Leroy Sané, so what they can operate in that right wing or left wing for the Blues is the likes of Domenico Berardi, and I think this could be a replacement to the likes of Timo Werner, who looks likely to leave the football club after he has been linked with a move away to the likes of Bayern Munich. And this is one where I do think that the likes of Berardi, someone that can operate on the wing and also can equally play very well up front, can really slot in as the replacement to Timo Werner and play maybe alongside the likes of Romelu Lukaku, or maybe play as someone in a more deeper role, maybe as a number 8, someone that as an inside forward like the likes of Kai Havertz, and players such as Mason Mount. So Chelsea still do have an opportunity to pounce on this deal, but they need to hurry up in terms of Domenico Berardi. So we will have to wait and see how Chelsea performs at the end of this season. If you want to see more daily videos from Chelsea News TV, make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the like button so I know you enjoyed the video, and share the video to your Chelsea friends and family. Click one of the videos on the screen and I'll see you there.